Welcome to episode 156, Your Secret Formula for Style. Great style doesn't just happen, it's carefully cultivated and it's the perfect mix of certain things in certain ways. Like your favorite recipe, your style recipe comes together in a way that's right for you. While you can't just grab any old ingredients and expect to come up with the perfect layer cake, you can't just put on any items and expect to come up with a fabulous outfit either. When you know your secret formula, you can put your style on a rinse and repeat with confidence. But first, is your style in need of a jumpstart? Then I have just the thing for you. Find Your Signature Style is my flagship course, and it is a culmination of everything I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. This course gives you exactly what you need to build the foundation for your style, to build your wardrobe, to learn how to love shopping, and to fall in love with your style. Whether you feel like you don't have a style, you've lost your style, or your style just needs a little bit of a jump start, this is exactly the course for you. Designed to give you all the elements you need in 3 simple steps. We make finding your style as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the show notes or go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and get ready to rock your style today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michele, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michele Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, beautiful, and welcome back. I am so excited to share what I'm going to share with you today because it really is it's really what I call the foundation. And it's so much of what I have been teaching for almost 15 years and really what I found to be the secret sauce. It is, in my opinion, what all women must know before getting dressed. And I know I've talked about that before, but I am going to really talk about it in a little bit different way than I have before. And it's really, we really did a deep dive into this when we had the Style Reset retreat a couple weekends ago. We had so much fun. I don't think I've recorded a podcast since the retreat. So just to give you a recap, I had several amazing women from around the East Coast join me, and we had an incredible time. The women all bonded. We had 5 women join us, and everyone bonded so much that I loved it. I was kind of surprised. And actually, I think it was Sunday morning, they all looked at me and said, "Are you going to share everybody's phone numbers and emails?" I'm like, well, if everybody's okay with that, because they wanted to keep in touch. And I love that happened. And I think there were so many ahas along the way. We had so much fun. And I tell you what, these ladies are just incredible. Just for them to show up for themselves and the work that they did and the learning. And style is a journey. It's not like it's not a one and done. And I think so many women, when they think about style makeovers or resets or changing your style, I know a lot of people think about makeover shows. And you know what? When you see a makeover show, you see the before, which always looks very schlumpy, no makeup, hair not done, feeling frumpy. And then you see the after, and the after can look dazzling. The after can look like, wow, I want to look like that. I want that. And I think a lot of us get that image in our heads when we think about makeovers. However, a style reset kind of it isn't necessarily a makeover. It can be a makeover from the inside out, which is exactly what we did. But we begin with the inside, and sometimes it happens a little bit quicker than others. Sometimes it takes a little longer. I like to think that sometimes you kind of have to sit and marinate. You have to just let it gel, because I know with my own style, it's like, ooh, I'm feeling like I need to change something, but I'm not sure what it is. And I have to sit with that for a little while. And that's when I really need to do a deep dive into me. Who am I now? What do I want now? Let me try some things. Let me play with some things. Let me walk let me walk out of the house wearing something and see how I feel. Because you can put something on at home or in a store and you might feel great, but it's when you leave the house and you're actually out in public and you're like, ooh, does this feel okay? Does it, am I feeling awkward? Does it feel weird? Or does it feel natural and normal? So sometimes you have to sit with that and you have to really, really play and experiment. And sometimes it can take a little longer than you might think. I do think that television has given us all that image of, oh, it has to be instantaneous, but I guarantee you your style is never going to be instantaneous. Never, ever, ever has anybody just discovered, what they want to wear and put all these elements together and then just had it all magically come together. Like somebody built your wardrobe for you in 5 minutes and boom, you're done. I wish it were that easy. I wish I could package that for you and give you that on a platter, because really that's what I want. That's what I want for you. But I think that the beauty of it is that it is a journey. And you know what they say about journeys? The journey is never about the destination, unless you're traveling, in which case it's totally about the destination. But when you're on a personal journey, it's never about the destination, but it's who you become in the process. And so I want you to think about that. If you're on any kind of a journey this year, a weight loss journey, a style journey, a journey to a better you in whatever way that is, a journey to grow your business or start a business, it's not about the end goal. It's not about the success or the weight loss or the style. It's about who you become in the process. And it's about stepping into more of yourself. Sure, we all want that, weight loss, or we all want that success or the finances or the credentials or the accolades that come with reaching a goal. But a goal is often just about who you become in the process. And I think if you think about anything that you've done in your life that's meaningful, that's really where the magic happens. It's in the journey. It's in the experience. It's in the unfolding. It's in the stepping into that next level. Sometimes it can be messy. Sometimes it can be a little neater, I should say. It's always a little messy. But when you have that formula, it really helps. I think sometimes a lot of women go through and they see the makeover and they're like, oh my gosh, I could never look like that. I could never have that, because they don't have the pieces. They don't have the milestones. They don't have the components. They don't have the ingredients. I've started talking about style as a recipe almost. And if you think about your clothes as ingredients, I could give 5 women the same ingredients, and I guarantee you they would all look different. They would all wear them differently. They would accessorize differently. They would put them on differently. Of course, they're going to fit differently. The colors might be right for some and not the best for others. And so it's just going to be a whole different ballgame. One thing I like to talk about is, say, jeans and a t-shirt, jeans and a white t-shirt or a white blouse. 5 women could wear jeans and a white blouse. And I guarantee you those 5 women would wear them in completely different ways. Some women might put on the blouse and the jeans and have the blouse untucked. Some women might roll up the jeans. Some women might roll up the sleeves. Some women might wear the blouse and tuck it in. Some women might do a half tuck or a French tuck. Some women might wear it as an overshirt. Some women might put a blazer on with it, like me, and accessories and boots and all the things. And so it's your own recipe. And I think that if you look at it like that, then when you're making a favorite recipe and you make let's say your mother's recipe. I make my mother's recipe for banana bread, and she makes the best banana bread. But often what I do when I make her banana bread recipe is I put my own spin on it. Instead of putting in wheat germ, I use flaxseed. Instead of using whole wheat flour, oftentimes I'll use gluten-free flour. Instead of using sugar, I'll use maybe honey, or sometimes I'll use raw sugar. Instead of using milk, I'll use almond milk. And so it's putting my own spin on it. She calls for nuts. Sometimes I don't put nuts in it, although banana bread's always better with nuts. However, my son Dylan does not like nuts in his banana bread. So go figure. But when you have your secret formula for style, it's like your own secret recipe. And I like to think that this is where you really get to know yourself. Style is a journey. It is a journey to understand yourself better. And if you've spent any length of time paying attention to everybody else but yourself, you might need some time to really get in touch with who are you now? Who are you? What do you like now? Because what you like now may be very, very different from what you used to like and what you used to wear. And so I want to talk about what I call your key three. Your key three. Ladies, I want you to memorize this, because when you have your key three, this is your blueprint, your roadmap, your guide, your foundation. This will walk you through getting dressed. This will help you to know what is even an option. Because as I always say, if everything is an option, then nothing is an option. That is complete and utter overwhelm. And if you walk into a store, you have no idea what you need, what colors to even start with, what pieces to wear, what's right for you, what you want, what you even have in your closet. It's overwhelmed. And either you're going to go running for the hills, you're going to be hiding under the clothes racks, or you're going to walk out with another pair of black pants or another white shirt or another something that you probably already have 10 of in your closet. And I don't want that for you. And so I want to let you in on my secret formula, which I know I've talked about it before. I know you've heard this a million times, but I want to say it in a different way. I want to say it in a way that you really get it. Because when you do, everything changes. When you really, really, really get this, everything changes. Now, I will also say that I have created some resources just for you, and I'm going to be sharing what those are as we go along. So I want you to really pay close attention and really make a commitment to yourself to find out what these key three are. Whether you use my resources, whether you have another resource, though, I created this just for you. So I hope you will go check it out. But when you know your key three, now let me tell you what those key three are. The first one is your signature colors. Ladies, if you know anything about what I teach, you know I talk about your signature colors. And I talk about color in a way that I don't think anybody else does. In fact, one of my podcasts recently was with Leatrice Eisman from Pantone, and I shared some things with her about the way I talk about color that she had never even heard of. And she agreed with me. She said, "Oh, that's really cool, but I'd never even heard that. Like how I talk about your new black and all the different things." She had never heard anybody talk about wearing your new black. And that was a new thing for her. So I'm just saying, this is not the be all end all, but I have a lot of insight that I have gleaned from 15 years in this industry. And also, I think coming from a background as a designer, I have a little bit of a unique perspective. We all have a unique perspective, but this is my recipe for what I teach, right? And so for your key three, I found that knowing your signature colors is your first pillar. It is your first pillar. And when you know your signature colors, what happens? Well, you walk into a store and at least you have a focal point. Let's say you didn't know anything else except you know your signature colors. And if you know your new black, you know what colors light you up, you know what color your color capsule is. So along with your signature colors, I'm going to say you have a color capsule. Now, it's not key. Not everybody does. However, having a color capsule, which is when you have, I'm going to say 5 to 6 colors that you're focusing on that are some of your best colors. When you have that, that's half the battle right there. although it's really just a third of what I teach. I like to say it is half the battle, because if you don't know what color, you walk in and you get stumped. Well, then you gravitate, you default to black. And I don't want you to do that, because black may or may not be your best color. And I know a lot of people love black. I love black, but a lot of people wear it because they don't know what else to wear. Take time out to find out what to wear instead. Now, I will tell you, if you have not taken How to Find Your Signature Style, our flagship course, then I invite you to go take that as soon as you get off this podcast. We created this course for less than the price of a shirt. And we did that because this is information we want everyone to know. There is a link in the show notes. Go take that. Literally, I designed this course to be super quick and super easy so you can have easy, actionable information. So you can walk away and you can know, oh my gosh, I know at least 2 to 3 of my best colors. Now, it's just a bite-sized course. I didn't want to overwhelm you in this first course, but it gives you the foundation. It gives you all 3 of the steps I'm taking you through today. So know your signature colors, and then take that and try to build yourself a color capsule. Now, I have podcasts. I will list the episodes in the show notes because I can't remember the episode right now, but I will list that in the show notes. And I encourage you to go listen to that, because having a color capsule is key. Number 2, your signature silhouettes. Now, if you've taken How to Find Your Signature Style, you knew what I was going to say. Why is knowing your signature silhouettes important? Well, I tell you what, one of the biggest mistakes I see women making is wearing clothes that are not right for their body type. Meaning, maybe they're dressing for the body they used to have. Maybe they're dressing for the body they want to have. Or maybe they just have absolutely no idea what their body type is. Now, if that's you, then, well, the good news is there is help. How to Find Your Signature Style was designed just for you. I walk you through not only finding your body type, but also knowing your silhouettes. Now, let me explain what I mean by silhouettes. Your silhouettes are the cuts. What style jeans are right for you? Is it boot cut? Is it skinny? Is it straight? Now, I'm not talking about trends here. This is not about trend. This is about tried, true, classic styles. In my opinion, skinny has become a classic, so I don't want to hear it about it. But when you know your signature silhouettes, because there are some body types that skinny jeans are just best for. When you know what your signature silhouettes are, then you know, hey, I need to go for this cut and stay away from this cut. It will be more flattering. It will fit you better. It will be more comfortable. It will also make you look pounds thinner. When you know what silhouette's right, it's not just about the size, but it's about the cut. When you know what your body type is, then you can find out exactly what your silhouettes are. And you can dress in a way that's flattering to your body, that makes you look great, that makes you feel great. And I tell you what, makes shopping super easy. Because if you know I need a V-neck, or I need an A-line, or I need a skinny, or I need a straight, or I need a sheath dress or a wrap dress, whatever your cuts are, you know what to look for and you know what to stay away from. It really helps to eliminate choices that are not even right for you. And this, ladies, is going to save you money, because you're not going to be buying clothes you don't want to wear. I want you wearing what's in your closet. I don't want you walking in there going, oh, I don't want to wear that today, because it doesn't fit you. It doesn't flatter you. It doesn't feel good. Your signature silhouettes will open all the options that are right for you. So go take How to Find Your Signature Style. Learn your body type, learn your silhouettes, do what it takes. Watch us live, get on our Instagrams. We're always talking about body type, how to fit your body type. There are so many resources out there. Do what it takes to find out this information, because it will open up so many options for you. And then the third pillar of the key 3 is your style personality. We call it in the course, we call it your signature style or your style ID. And your style personality, that's how you put your own spin on it. Sure, anybody can put on jeans and a white blouse, but it's how you accessorize it. It's how you wear it. It's what's most important to you. And what does your white blouse even look like? Is it timeless? Is it trendy? Is it dramatic? Is it artsy? Does it have soft fabric? Is it more tailored? Is it more relaxed? What's even important to you? When you know what your style personality is, by taking our style ID quiz, it guides you. I like to say that if not everything is an option, then you know what is an option. And then you can just focus on that. Don't even worry about everything else. Don't worry about what's hot, what your friends are wearing, what everybody else says you should wear. Worry about what you want to wear. And you can always ask yourself one question: how does it make me feel? How does it make you feel? If it makes you feel fabulous and lights you up, you know that's right for you. Now, this is where a lot of women do go on a little bit longer of a journey. You can find out your colors, you can find out your body type. Those are pretty factual and pretty scientific, right? Your style personality can be a little bit more subjective. Now, can it change over the years? A little bit. It may, the way you express it can change. And I like to think that our style personalities are multifaceted. And as we get older, we may be expressing things not only in a different way, but also we may be expressing different sides of our style personality. So if you're still wearing the same thing you were wearing 20 years ago, or dressing for the same person you were, well, chances are that's changed. So maybe it's time to revisit. What is your style personality? Who are you now? And what's most important to you? When you take how to find your signature style, you understand what is most important to you. You understand what to stay away from. You understand what to gravitate towards. And just these 3 keys, these simple keys, honestly will unlock your style equation. We'll make it mathematical. Your style formula, your style recipe, whatever you want to call it. It will unlock all the secrets. Because when you have this information, it's powerful, and it will guide you, and it will help you to know what's right for you, what to buy when you're shopping online by yourself, what to buy when you're shopping in a store and someone's trying to steer you in the wrong direction. Or if your mom, your sister, your cousin comes in and says, hey, you need to be wearing this, you can tell them, no, thank you. I know that's not right for me. Right? I want you to know what's right for you, because knowledge is power. And when you know a few things about yourself, it guides you in the right direction to save you time, money, to save you frustration, to help you feel more confident, and to help you feel like the amazing woman you are. Go check out my course, How to Find Your Signature Style. You can find the link in the show notes, or if you go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com. Right now, it is just $47. We are going to be raising the price soon. So as of today, when this drops, January 31st, it is $47. So go grab it. Tell your friends. Because for something this inexpensive, you can't afford not to. The money you will save will be far worth it. I want you to experience style freedom. And I want you to feel what it feels like to be able to get dressed easily and effortlessly. So stay tuned for my next podcast on Thursday, which is going to be all about effortless dressing. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. I hope this has been helpful for you. Your secret formula for style. The 3 keys are your signature colors, number 1. Number 2, your signature silhouettes. And number 3, your style personality. All 3 of your key 3 are covered in How to Find Your Signature Style, our flagship course. So I hope you will go invest in yourself, even though it's super inexpensive. Take the time, do the work. It doesn't have to be hard. And I guarantee when you know these 3 vital pieces of information. You know what to look for. And you'll have some ahas. You'll understand why certain colors work for you, why certain colors have never worked for you, and why you feel a certain way when you wear things. So I hope you will love this. Go find out your key 3 if you don't already know. And if you do know, come on over and join us in the Style by Mary Michele podcast group on Facebook. And tell us what your key 3 are. I want to know what are your signature colors? What are your signature silhouettes? And what's your style personality? So come on over there and share, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michele, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michele and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.